7 wildly good reasons to pick a private safari concession for your holiday. On a continent blessed with national parks, why is the private safari concession such a sought-after experience? The answer has a lot to do with the quiet luxury, exclusive access, and the customized safari packages that public parks simply can't replicate. The private safari concession is made for discerning travelers, those chasing authenticity, intimacy, and ease. All of the benefits of a private safari that are too good to ignore. A private concession gives you the opportunity to see Africa's wildlife without the crowds or compromising on your travel standards. Think of it as a selective slice of wilderness, leased by trusted safari operators, and sometimes owned by communities or other private entities who preserve it with passion and purpose and share it with only a handful of guests each year. If you're planning a luxury African holiday in 2025, a private safari in one of Africa's concession parks is the ultimate way to see a corner of the world that truly remains wild and free. 7 reasons why you should book a private safari in a concession in Africa. When you think of an African safari, you are likely thinking about places like the Kruger, but just on its border and in a few other almost hidden away spots in other nations, there is a rather more unique and luxurious safari experience to be had in a private concession. If you want to book the most incredible safari you could imagine, this is why a concession should be at the forefront of your plans. The best game viewing, but without the crowds. One of the greatest benefits of a private safari, the biggest reason why people from all over the world book a tour, is that these parks only allow a limited number of vehicles to be within the park at any given time. In private concessions, the animal sightings aren't a spectator sport. With only a handful of vehicles allowed near wildlife at any one time, your safari experience is far more relaxed because you quite literally have the very best front row seat. There is no jostling for position, like in many popular public parks, and you get the best photo angle for that astounding lion shot. And unlike public parks, where peak safari seasons bring convoys of self-drivers, private concessions are predominantly for guided game drives. So you really won't spend your sunrise queuing behind 15 Jeeps for a glimpse of a leopard. It's just you, your guide, and nature. Off-roading, freedom for intimate wildlife encounters. One of the other benefits of a private safari in a concession is the freedom to go off-road. Guides are allowed to track elusive animals like leopards and wild dogs across the open savanna and thick bush, something that is absolutely forbidden in national parks. This privilege, while it might seem small, will make your game drive more of an interactive experience that, at times, can leave you feeling as though you are in peaceful pursuit of the animal you are trekking and which will take you to places and give you sightings that no one else has had before. Flexible safari schedules that include night drives and bushwalks. Another perk of having a safari in a private concession is that it gives you access to activities that are not allowed in public national parks. In public reserves, your activities are typically restricted to daylight hours, the tarmac roads, and a limited number of gravel roads. In private concessions, well, they give guests a lot more freedom, although that freedom comes at a small price. Night safaris and bushwalks are usually available, but naturally have to be done in the company of a guide. Fancy a sundowner just as the sky blushes purple? Or a night drive under a celestial blanket where the haunting sounds of owls and nightjars fill the night? These are just some of the benefits of private safari adventures you can expect, and these activities are all designed to make your safari experience more memorable, giving you plenty of stories and photos to go home with. Exclusive lodges with premium service. Private safari lodges within concessions are usually capped at a few dozen guests, which means you get to enjoy all of the tranquility and personal attention you could imagine. That personal attention extends to the safari, as guides tend to be well adapted at learning what your preferences, your pace, and your passions are, and will deliver an experience accordingly. High-end accommodations, personalized service, spa, gourmet meals, riverside suites, plunge pools, open-air showers, and chefs who remember how you like your eggs. This is the epitome of premium service and exactly what you can expect when staying in a private concession-based lodge. Because you're not just staying at the lodge, you're being truly hosted. These lodges have perfected the fine art of luxurious, authentic hospitality, and it is one of the benefits of a private safari. Safari experiences made just for you. Customized game drives for photographers, honeymooners, and families are the ultimate way to spend a holiday in Africa. If you're an avid birder, a couple desiring a romantic getaway, or a parent introducing your child to the wild, your itinerary can be made just for you. Customization isn't a perk in this part of the world, it's quite often the norm. You can also choose your own pace, as there are no rigid schedules here. So if you want to sleep in and have brunch while watching the giraffes nibbling on a tree outside your deck, or if you are craving an all-day game drive with picnic stops, it can be done. These are just some of the numerous benefits of a private safari. Conservation-focused tourism that makes a difference. Every booking contributes to critical conservation work in the area you are visiting. The vast majority of the concession areas in Africa are leaders in anti-poaching missions, wildlife research, habitat restoration, and wildlife rehabilitation. And your visit is not only much appreciated for the awareness it can raise through the stories you take back home, but it matters financially too. Community partnerships and employment are made possible largely through tourism and investments, and private concessions receive little by way of public funding. Private operators frequently partner with nearby communities, providing employment, education, and healthcare. It's sustainable travel at its best, and you don't even have to skimp on the luxury. What are the best private concession areas in Africa? Found inside or adjacent to some of the top parks, most of the best-known private concession areas are in southern Africa. These places aren't just beautiful, they're designed to be personal, peaceful, and packed with the most outstanding moments that will have you craving more. Sabi Sands in South Africa is a fan favorite, and it is famous for its abundant leopards and five-star lodges. In Botswana, private concessions in the Okavango Delta will have you feeling like you are stepping into another world as you sit aboard a makoro as it glides past elephants. And the only crowds sharing your space are herds of antelope. Over in Tanzania, Singita's Grumeti Reserve gives its guests a front-row seat to the Great Migration, but without the tour bus traffic. Whichever you choose to visit, you can expect to enjoy most of the same benefits, making it the trip of a lifetime. Is a private safari concession right for you? If you value authentic experiences, crave comfort and privacy, and want your travel to make a difference, the answer is a resounding yes. And the best private concessions in Africa are already filling up fast for the 2025 peak safari season. Don't settle for standard. Read the reviews, make your booking, and explore Africa with one of the most trusted operators. The ultimate safari experience is waiting, and it's exclusive, selective, and easy to fall in love with.